Hey Card Fighters, it's me, RoPaladin813. I know I haven't done a deck profile video in a while, but I just wanted to show you my new Angel Feather deck. For starters, I'm not running any of the normal grade 0 starters. I'm running instead, it's a 16 grade 0, 16 grade 1, 11 grade 2, and 7 grade 3 lineup. So naturally the starter has to be one copy of the 4 Sunny Smile Angels. Have to run 4. It's the heal trigger that bounces itself back into the deck, and since this deck does so much damage manipulation, you're almost always guaranteed a copy of the heal trigger in your deck. I run 4 copies of the draw trigger, just because, well, you need a little bit of speed in every deck. Standard, just regular draw trigger, no ability. I run in total 6 crits. 4 of them are crit hit Angel, because she does do the extra 3k when you soul charge her. So she's kind of like the Salamander for Gold Paladins. Can't remember his name right now. But I also run the 2 Rocket Dash Unicorns. You all know my standard tech. It's always 2 stand triggers in every deck, basically. The best thing about this stand trigger, his ability is soul charge it, take a card from your hand, put it into your damage zone, put a card from your damage zone into your hand. So it lets you cycle out instantly your heal triggers that may have been hit. It gives you your 10k shields if you need them. It gives you your PDs if they ever get hit. It just instantly allows you access to your deck whenever you, or your damage zone whenever you feel like it. So he's obviously a pretty good card for that reason alone. That's the 16 grade 0s. For the grade 1 lineup, I do run 4 copies of Battle Cupid Nociel. Because of all the Million Ray Pegasus, 1000 Ray Pegasus, Shamshills, and Phoenix of Calamities, these actually act as 7k shields. Because they say you put a card from your hand into your damage zone, and then you take a card out of your damage zone and put it into your hand. Because you have to do it in that order, you can add the card back that you just put in there. I've never seen anyone do it, and I don't understand why people don't realize that you're allowed to do that. So these act as basically 7k shields. They allow me access to my damage zone to allow cycling to continue. Next up is the 4 copies of Pure Keeper Requiem, because what deck isn't complete without 4 PDs? I've seen a lot of Angel Feathers players run 3, and I can understand why if you don't have to worry about them being hit as damage. The only time you'll use them is basically in your hand, but I just like the fact that I still have access to the 4th one always. After that is naturally the 4 copies of 1000 Ray Pegasus. Whenever a card is put into your damage zone, he gains 2k. So therefore, when you soul charge your grade 0 stand trigger, he gains 2k basically just off of that. When you use your Pure Keeper Requiem, he gains another 2k off of that. That's how Pure Keeper is basically a 7k garter. After those are the 4 copies of Burst Shot Bethnail, or however the hell you're supposed to pronounce his last name. Just the standard generic 8k booster. Can't really go wrong with it. It's just basically there because you don't want to have to throw anything other than these 2 as boosters. You don't want to use your PD to boost. You don't want to use your Nociel to boost. Those are only like hand effects that you need. So I prefer running 4 and 4. After the grade 1s, going on to the grade 2s, 4 copies of Million Ray Pegasus. Exactly the same thing as 1000 Ray Pegasus. Right down to the T. The only difference is he's 9k instead of 7, and he's a grade 2 so he can intercept instead of boost. 4 copies of Love Machine Gun Nociel. Her ability is when you play her to Vanguard or Rearguard, I think, or is it just Rearguard? Yeah, no, it's whenever this card is played. So you just basically swap a card from your damage zone in your hand, allowing you to power up your 1000 rays, million rays, and all of that stuff. After the 4 copies of her, I do run 3 copies of Core Memory Armoress. She's the Counterblast 2, draw 1 when the attack is successful. So since I'm just able to instantly take the damage that's face down from the Counterblast, add it to my hand, Nociel basically just makes this almost a free card. So why wouldn't you want to run something that basically just says whenever it attacks, draw a free card? After that, onto the grade 3s, I run 3 copies of Shamshill. I know a bunch of players run 4. I just like 3 because of the other tech card that I have in here. Limit Break 4, swap a card from your hand into your damage zone. Whenever there's a card put into your damage zone, she gains 2k. So she's actually 12k once you hit your Limit Break, just off of her own ability. The 3 copies of Phoenix of Calamity. She has the same ability as Shamshill when it comes to the plus 2k, but she only does that. She doesn't have a secondary ability, so I prefer running her in rearguard just because, well, she's a Phoenix of Calamity. Nothing wrong with the 12k rearguard. And then the Tech, grade 3. The new promo card, what is that? Medical Gunner Hermieres. Her ability is, when her attack is successful, counterblast 1, put her into your damage zone, and then call a face-up card from your damage zone to an open rearguard slot. So basically, she acts as a free attack, but the only thing is you can't choose her. So she acts as a free attack. If she is your rearguard, Phoenix of Calamity is your rearguard, Shamchill is your vanguard. Let me swap this so it's easier for you guys to see. You would attack with her first, counterblast the 1, put her into your damage zone, +2/+2, attack with Shamshell, take that counterblasted card, add it back to your hand, +2/+2. So now Shamshell's attacking before Twin Drive at 14 if she's not boosted. Same thing with Phoenix of Calamity. Well, in a nutshell, that is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like always, card fighters, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.